It's 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning. An Eastern Kentucky community will honor a teacher killed in a crash. How the community plans to remember her coming up this morning in a live report.
Lexington police are investigating a peculiar break-in at a local business. Why police had to call firefighters in to help them investigate.
And an Eastern Kentucky school district is closed today. It's because of a threat.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome into you on this Tuesday. I'm Rebecca Smith. Hope your morning's off to a good start.
I'm Bill Bryant. We sure are glad you're with us today, and lots of folks getting ready for that holiday now, just 2 days away on Thanksgiving.
Is it?
It is.
2 days
Counting.
So that really snuck up.
You need to get the turkey thawing, all right?
Oh, man.
Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris. We could all thaw out after the cold of yesterday.
Yeah,
Still a little cold.
Yeah, it is still a little cold outside, but like you guys were talking about earlier this morning at the 4:30 show, it's not as cold as yesterday, but it's still on the chilly side. We're sitting in the 20s and 30s, 32 degrees right now. I-75 Man of War, you can see traffic flow is just fine. 26 now in Corbin and 34 now in Jackson. We look toward the afternoon, we're at 53 degrees. That is much better than yesterday, but you know what? It gets even better as we slide throughout your next couple of days. The temperatures will be upper 50s, lower 60s. Really dry Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving looks fantastic. Might be even the best day in the forecast. However, yeah, afterwards, doesn't look so hot. I'll show you that forecast in just a few minutes.
Okay, see you then. Thank you.
Well, today a Central Kentucky community will come together to remember an educator killed last week in a crash.
Sheila Baker died Friday when her van and semi-truck collided in Mount Sterling. WKYT's Mike Beyer is at our live desk this morning with how the community plans to remember her. Mike?
The visitation for a Montgomery County school teacher who recently died in a car accident is today before loved ones are able to say goodbye. The elementary school that she taught at will be doing several tributes in honor of their beloved teacher. Last Friday, while on her way to school, 51-year-old Sheila Baker died in a multi-vehicle accident in Jeffersonville. Baker was a science teacher at Mapleton Elementary School in Mount Sterling, where she taught for 3.5 years. We're told during her time that she made a huge impact on the entire school. So, to honor their fallen teacher, Mapleton will wear purple today. The school will also hold a balloon ceremony for Baker, where they will share a poem and sing a song together before releasing the balloons in her memory. As I mentioned earlier, Baker's visitation will be held today. It will take place from 2 to 9 p.m. at the Tall Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. At the live desk, Mike Beyer, WKYT.
And Lexington police are trying to figure out who shot and killed a teenager over the weekend while he was sitting inside an SUV. Police found 18-year-old Jamal Gossett dead Sunday night along Kent Drive along Rogers Road. They have not made any arrests in the murder. They have not said anything about a possible suspect at this point. One of Gossett's former teachers said he was a hard worker and good person.
An amazing young man. He had an infectious smile. He worked hard for all of his teachers, including me. And he was just a pleasure to be around.
Well, Gossett recently graduated from Bryan Station High School. Friends say he'd been working in a restaurant. 2 men are now admitting to being involved in a Lexington homicide from last year. Chauncey Ingram and Savon Thompson were charged in the death of 19-year-old Jeffrey Adams back in October. Our news partners at the Herald Leader report that Ingram pleaded guilty to murder, robbery, and evidence tampering. They say Thompson pleaded guilty to facilitation, robbery, and evidence tampering. Ingram and Thompson will be sentenced in January.
Knox County schools will be closed today after a couple of threats in recent days. District leaders sent all students home early yesterday after a bomb threat at Knox, at Knox Central High School. Barberville police say a student is now in custody for that threat. Investigators say they did not find anything at the school at the time. This comes after school leaders say another student threatened to bring a gun to school at Knox Central last Friday. New this morning into our newsroom, Lexington police had to call the fire department out this morning to help them investigate a burglary at a local business.
And police say the burglars broke in about 2 o'clock this morning, but they did not come in through the door or any windows. WKYT's Mark Barber is live at the scene this morning with the latest on this investigation.
Good morning, Rebecca. That's right. They did not come in through any doors or windows, maybe like more of your typical burglars would. Instead, police are saying that this bold burglar actually broke in through this Spanish bakery store on the roof. They say that they went in through a vent on the roof around 2 o'clock this morning when they gathered some debris together that was lying around on the ground and then fashioned a makeshift ladder out of it, clambered up onto the roof, found a vent, and then forced their way inside the Spanish bakery. Now we're told once they were inside the Panderia, again that's a Spanish bakery here on New Circle and off of Russell Cave, they took off with some cash. Now we're told that when the man ran out the back door, he did trip an alarm. Officers say when they got here, they brought in a fire truck. They say that they were able to get up on the roof then themselves and take some pictures, gather any evidence that was up there. Now, while they did say they were able to snap some photos of what they did find up on the roof, they say what will really help them find the burglar this morning, at least what they're hoping, will be surveillance video. They say that this man was caught on camera. However, they say they are not able to give a description of him. However, we are told that he was not wearing a mask. His face was visible, so investigators are hoping that that surveillance video will help him track down this burglar very soon. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. 2 additional plaintiffs have joined the lawsuit against the woman whose claims sparked the Louisville basketball sex scandal. 11 people are now part of the lawsuit against Katina Powell and the publisher of her book, Breaking Cardinal Rules. 5 of those are U of L students who claim that Powell's book hurts both the school's reputation and their ability to get jobs after graduation. Others who are part of the lawsuit are people named in the book. Powell claims a former Louisville basketball staffer paid escorts to have sex with recruits.
Well, the Fayette County Board of Education has voted to hire national experts to review school district operations and services. The school says there will be 5 external audits as part of Superintendent Manicock's Listening, Learning, and Leading plan. He asked the school board to spend $600,000 as part of an organizational and structural review of Fayette County schools. The reviews are expected to begin in January.
Time is 5:06 on WKYT this morning. An Eastern Kentucky man serving time in prison has found a way to help a Johnson County church damaged by flooding. Inmate Rocky Dale Adkins is restoring church pews from the Redbush Enterprise Baptist Church. Adkins is serving a 14-year sentence for manslaughter at the Eastern Kentucky Correctional Complex in Morgan County. Once the church found out Adkins could help, members sent the pews to the prison. He's restoring them in the prison's workshop. Adkins says while he's giving back, the project is also helping him connect with God.
And that's what I enjoy about it. Something to pass my time, occupy my mind. Beats sitting in the cell all the time.
Adkins began working on the pews a few months ago. He expects to have them all finished in the next few weeks.
With Thanksgiving just a few days away, members of a Lexington church decided to celebrate with some random acts of kindness. They surprised a few shoppers at a local Kroger with money towards their groceries. Sounds pretty good to me. The pastor at Perfecting Praise Church says the congregation wanted to do something nice for the community, something to take away the negativity that has impacted the world lately.
I'm a pastor from Perfecting Praise Church, and I just wanted to reduce your bill by $50 more.
It's so good to know that there's still people that care about one another.
We're here to make a difference. We're here to show this community that we love them, that God still loves them, and that there's hope for this community.
Perfecting Praise Church on Georgetown Street held its first service in September. Love to see that, and some hugs to go along with it.
Yeah, and good smiles, and certainly a brighter holiday. Time this morning is 5:08. WKYT This Morning. We're just getting started. We have a lot more to tell you about today.
After the break, with the city of Brussels, Belgium gripped by fear, citizens took to Twitter with their feline friends to help out the police. A little bit of humor in this tough situation. We've got more on this after the weather.
And we're still looking at some chilly temperatures outside, but let me tell you, as we go throughout the next few days, we'll see milder temperatures slide on in. Show you how high we go with those temperatures, and obviously Thanksgiving Day forecast comes up next.